Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to see some details related to Pakistan's rivers and deserts. Taking the topic of rivers and deserts together has some connectivity. In all those areas wherever rivers of Pakistan are available, those are very fertile and agriculture is easily possible over there. Mostly people have their professions related to agriculture in rural areas and agro-based industries in the urban areas or in the surroundings of urban areas. While those areas which are away from rivers are mostly or to some extent converted into deserts. Here, the purpose of showing these two different deserts shows that is that we can see some deserts have some vegetations, and along with that, we can see another difference in the color of the sand. So some sands are comparatively soily sands, which have some touch of soil. If these sands are going to get water, those can be easily cultivated and vegetation can be easily gained in those areas. Some sand dunes are also shown over here, which keep shifting from one place to other. Sand dunes, a very important features of one of the features of desert area. Then rivers of Pakistan are showing their beauty and vegetation along with that. And the sources showing mountains and glaciers means that these are the origins and sources of melting of glacier and then feeding the rivers and coming in the different parts of the country. Now from those mountains, this area basically, this brownish area is the one where those mountains are there, which are shown in the previous slide. Like these are the mountain areas which are in the extreme north. These are the mountainous areas which are even further in extreme north, and some of those are covered with glaciers and snow. That snow melting activity keeps on happening here, and that melted snow keeps coming in the feeding the river channels in Pakistan. Here we can see different rivers which are coming to Pakistan in eastern part. We can see in the eastern part Punjab. This boundary line is of Punjab and this boundary line is of Sindh. So mostly these two are the provinces which are getting most of the river channels, and mostly agricultural activity and agro-based industries activity is also seen in this part. Some parts of NWFP or present KPK is also getting water sources, but as these are mountainous areas, so canals do not go on the mountains. Wherever the water is available, agricultural activity is easily available over there. In rest of the mountainous areas, generally people have as some vegetation cover is there, which is in the form of bushes. So mostly people have their profession related to livestock farming. So now let's come back to the rivers topic. This is Indus River, number one. And we can see the list over here, and names are not written inside the map to avoid congestion. So first one is Indus River, which is coming from China, area of Tibet, and then it is entering in Pakistan. We can see that this river is passing through some mountainous areas, entering from KPK side, then entering in Punjab, and then going to join Punjab. Here, that is why Punjab is shown over here, that misunderstanding can be removed, that here it is joining and entering in Sindh. No, up to this line and up to this curve, Punjab's provinces here. So these rivers are all joining together. This is the area of Panjnad, five channels together, Panch Nadiyan. So this is the Panjnad's area, from where these are joining together, and then these are moving down in the Arabian Sea. Another river, which is number two, is Jhelum River. It is coming from India and occupied Kashmir. Then third river is Chenab. This is also coming from occupied Kashmir. Fourth river is Ravi River, coming from India. Origins are all there in India. We can see all these origins are out of this boundary line, which is of Pakistan. And on this side, we can see India is here. This dark green one is India, comparatively light green one is Pakistan. So this boundary line, we can see all these lines of rivers are going out of this boundary line. So that means that origins are coming from this side. Then number 5 is Beas River. Beas River we can see is all in India, but it is joining Satluj river at this point, and both of these rivers together are coming to Pakistan in one channel, which is known as Satluj. So in this manner, there are 5 rivers basically. This one is joining the Satluj River. So in Pakistan, independently, 5 rivers are flowing in our area of Punjab. Punjab means the land of 5 rivers. So by the names of these rivers, this land is known as Punjab, the land of all these 5 rivers. Then these are all joining together, and joining together Indus River, all these are the part of Indus now. So Indus River in Pakistan, locally it is known as Sindh River. So related to Sindh, it's the province of name of the province is related to this river. It means that Sindh River and the province of Sindh. It means we can see the influence of these rivers on these lands, that people like to connect the names of the lands and provinces with the names of the rivers, which are the main feeders, which are the main source of income, which are the main source of food and water in these areas. Greenish color shows that mostly greenery, vegetation, agriculture here in these parts. And as the color shade declines and goes towards the lighter shade, that shows some rocky areas or some other dry land or desert areas in this part. Even in this part where we can see this one feature, around this also there is a desert which is known as Tharparkar Desert, and it has 3 parts. This part is Cholistan, which we are going to discuss in the next slides, inshallah. This one is also showing some blue color is showing more clearly the water activity and stretch of water in these areas, and some western sides also which are getting and influenced by these rivers. So in this manner, we can see the water distribution in these all areas, and then later on these areas where we have water, Chenab and Jhelum, and then Ravi is not shown in this river, but Ravi river is here and Satluj is on this part. So this is this is the location of rivers on our map. Now, if we move ahead related to the rivers of Pakistan, Punjab and Sindh are having those tributaries which are discussed. But in this map also and here also, we can see that western part of Pakistan, KPK, is also having some rivers which are small ones, but those are coming from Afghanistan and then falling in Indus River. So we can see here it is Swat River. It is not coming from Afghanistan. It is in Hindu Kush mountains. There are some glaciers which melt, and then this Swat River is coming and entering in Kabul River, and then Kabul and Swat River together are going to go into Indus River. Then this is the Kurram River, which is also coming and joining Kabul River, and Kabul River all together is going to join Indus River. Here, if we move ahead, we will be able to see some other rivers also. This is also another river channel which is going there. This is also another river channel, Kurram channel, Gomal River, then Bolan River is here. So in this manner, these are the western rivers which are coming and joining Indus River, and then Indus River, all these small tributaries become the part of Indus River, and then Indus altogether going in the Sindh River. So in this manner, these areas are also having on these rivers, there are some passes also. For example, if this is Tochi River, there is a pass on this which is known as Tochi Pass. If this is a Gomal River, there is a Gomal Pass on this. If there is Kurram River, there is Kurram Pass on that. Kabul River also has some passes on that. Then Swat River is coming and feeding the orchards of mountainous areas, fruit orchards of mountainous areas. And in this manner, these are, as there is livestock activity, there are fruit orchards also. And as we come southwards, as the water ratio reduces, there are bushes and dry fruit activity is also common in these areas. Those are the professions, those are the source of income for these people. Now let's come to the next topic of this assignment, which is related to deserts of Pakistan. Here again, we can see some activity, living, location of deserts on the map of Pakistan, and style of living of people and sources of income of people in these parts. If we see Pakistan, we will find that this is the area which is located in between Indus and Jhelum River. There is a small desert. It is shown larger here, but it is comparatively smaller now. It is known as Thal Desert, Thal, Thal Desert, and this area converted into desert because of lot of deforestation during British time, because at that time trains were passing and those were cutting the forests and taking that wood for steam engines. So with passage of time, this became very dry area, and it converted into desert. Just above to this, there is salt range, and there is limestone. There are limestone mountains on this. So whenever there was water, salt, and limestone activity also made this land rugged, and then later on, canals are constructed and this area is provided with water and regained to some extent. This one is the other desert which is there in Pakistan. It is known as Thar Desert, Thar, Thar Desert, and it has three parts. Administratively, it is divided into three parts. This part, this yellow one, is known as Cholistan Desert. This part, which is there with this straight line, this is known as Nara. This is the area which is administratively known as Nara Desert, and this one, lower one, which is not only in Pakistan but also in India also, it is known as Thar Parker. It is not that small as it is seen in Pakistan. Pakistan has its small part, but it is a big, large desert there in Indian part also. Then we can see another desert there. We can see this is the boundary line of Punjab and dividing Punjab and Sindh. And this is the boundary line which is dividing Balochistan and Sindh. So in this manner, there in Balochistan, there is another desert. It is known as Haran Desert. So this is mostly rocky area, and very long areas of rocks are here, and very dry and scorching heat is in this area. Very less rivers are found. These are some river lines shown, and this is Hub River. So Hingol River, Hub River, these are two, three rivers in this area. Desert, but we can see that here very less water availability here. So, and very scorching heat. So that is why this area is converted into a Haran Desert. And it's a very large desert basically. Now, if we see some activity which is going on here, we can see some forts are also constructed over there, and we can see the style of forts over there, that those are all enclosed in such a manner that the windy and dusty air does not disturb the people. But if we see the walls of fort from inside, we will be able to see these are quite thick walls which are constructed. Then water is brought from far off areas wherever some water is available, and women generally travel together if they have to go too far away from their houses to bring water. We can see the pictures on the heads of the women that on every day, it is the activity before very intense sun heat, they go in far off areas and bring water for their homes. Here also we can see another women bringing a pitcher of water. It is a closed version that we may be able to see the way they are bringing. Some animal is also seen, so it shows that cow farming or sheep goat farming is common in this area. And land we can see is barren, so mostly agricultural activity is absent in that area. Some vegetation is there which is utilized for either for dates are there, or that those are utilized for the vegetation or for the food of animals. And people also travel in caravans in these areas, and camel caravans are common, so they keep traveling from one place to other for trade purposes and for the provision of supplies of life to these areas. Sand dunes are also very common feature, and these sand dunes are mostly shifting. So if one day this sand dune is there, there is a possibility that in the evening or on the next day it's not there, and it is shifted into some other area. Some foreigners also these days working in the deserts of Pakistan and appreciating the courage of those people who are living over there and the beauty of those deserts also. These are some kind of houses which they have constructed in their areas where they are living, and the material which is used for the construction of these houses. Some of these houses are in round shape. We can see this fort also. We can see that this is mostly it's all rooms and surroundings are constructed into round shapes. Again, here we can see people have constructed their dome shaped or round shaped houses, which is important to save themselves from intense heat and from the moving winds, heavy winds. These are more resisting in such kind of environments. And straws are used for the straws of those plants which are available, this kind of plants which are available over here. Those are tied together by ropes, and then those straw huts are used as straw are used as roofs of these huts, and clay and bricks are used as the walls. This is the kitchen which is shown. Our kitchens are generally outside these huts because roofs are of straw, so they don't construct their kitchens inside their huts. Those are constructed outside, and just in the morning they have this activity. For their animals, we can see the types of animals they are having in their houses. We can see camels are also there, or cows are also there. Sheep goat is also an animal. Sheep goat, we can see also here a lot of sheep goat in this outside this place, which is used for the keeping of sheep goat inside or for living of those people who are taking care of them. So this kind of water channels are, or water sources are there, which where water is collected for these animals, and or food is sometimes given to them. So in this manner, this kind of places are also constructed near the huts to provide water and food to these animals. In some places, there are wells nearby the houses or huts of those people who are living in dwellings. We can see wherever there is a well, there are more houses constructed over there, and people more people start living in a community around the water well, if some water well is available in that area. So this kind of situation is there of those people who are living in these deserts. I hope you understood and enjoyed. Thank you so very much. Wassalamu alaikum.